You are watching a clip from the Deadball TV podcast. Make sure you subscribe, leave your thoughts in the comments. Thank you guys for watching. But in 2025, they're saying that they're going to invite, I think, up to 4 European teams.
Okay.
It's like 4 European teams, 2 Asian teams, 2 African teams, and 2 South American teams.
They will do that in
That's what the rumor is. It hasn't been confirmed by CONCACAF, but they're basically trying to do a mini World Cup before the World Cup, I assume, to make sure everything's working properly.
Oh, okay. So that will be just for once.
Just for the one Gold Cup. Yep, in 2025, and then it'll go back to normal.
I think it's stupid because for me, I mean, there is no way we wouldn't never invite. Like, for example, inviting Qatar, that was dumb. Like, I mean, it's your cup in your area in Central America and America. Why inviting Qatar there?
Money.
Yeah.
Qatar sponsored the tournament.
I know. That's so
hella money.
That's so dumb.
Yeah.
I mean, why? What?
But do you not think that, like, I understand it with the Copa America though, because there's only 10 countries.
Yeah.
I understand why they invite people, but like Europe, you guys have qualifiers because there's 55 European
like
teams.
So there are always really small teams, but
like Africa, Asia, and Europe have to.
Yeah.
CONCACAF, I think there are qualifiers for the Gold Cup, but it's mostly for the islands. It's not for the big teams. You know?
That's what I was about to say. That you have qualifiers with the islands and everything. So okay, the level is not the same, but it's kind of the same when France is playing Andorre or Saint-Marin or Liechtenstein.
San Marino, you mean?
Saint-Marin, San Marino.
San Marino. How do you say Saint-Marin?
Saint-Marin.
Saint-Marin.
Yeah, but
San Marino.
This is so small. I mean, when, for example, we played against Gibraltar, like some months ago, it was terrible to watch. They just all defend, and you're okay. They are happy they play against France, but we won 3-0, and they defend well, but there's not a big interest in these games. But it's the same. I mean, if Little Islands playing USA, it's kind of the same. So I have the feeling that we won only 3-0, not 11 or 20. So maybe the qualifiers are here for that. I don't know why they bring Qatar there, even if they are paying for advertising here. I think they do that because they just want people to follow it. But I think
so.
I mean, it's pretty obvious actually, but I hope that it will change at one point. They will stop inviting everyone to go there.
I think that will only happen once CONCACAF gets stronger. And I think it would also depend on the other countries outside of the US and Mexico developing their like infrastructure a bit more, which I don't see happening anytime soon.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it. Like, as a Mexico fan, I like the idea of Mexico being invited to the Copa America because it's great. It's a great opportunity.
Yeah, because there are Hispanics to like almost all the Copa American countries except Brazil, maybe they all speak Spanish. So it's kind of the same environment, same culture. They are all colonized by Spanish people.
Yeah, Mexican clubs used to play in the Libertadores and the Sudamericana and stuff. Yeah.
So I understand it. It's kind of the same culture.
But what about the argument, just to have a debate, with Asia? Like Asia, for example, they're so, like, Japan and Korea are the best teams in Australia.
Clearly.
But they're so isolated from everybody else. They don't get... Australia might not play a tough game until the following World Cup because they're just so... Nobody wants to travel to Australia.
Of course.
You know what I mean? So I think them possibly being invited to a Copa America or to a Gold Cup, I think it's important for them because they get better games, and I think it's important for Canada, Mexico, Costa Rica, because Australia are a good team and they get competitive matches.
Okay.
Something more than a friendly, more intense. You know?
Because I was about to say they are friendlies, but I think Korea and Japan is a ways because they are very good and they could really have a good level in some tournament. But I mean, the world is like that, so it's not. I mean, the Euro, for example, is called the Championship of Europe. So it will be strange if Korea won the Championship of Europe, and same as Qatar won the Gold Cup. It's called the Gold Cup. I don't know why, but probably it was the gold before, and I don't know in this area because it was I don't know.
But what a statement, though. Can you imagine if the Europeans invited a team
No one would like this.
and Japan won? Like, can you imagine Japan gets invited to the Euro and Japan
So
won?
first, I think they won't win.
They would
because
never. It would never happen.
I mean, they are good, but I think there are better teams.
Oh, yeah.
But then even if they did, because they're becoming better and better, even if they won, I mean, I think we will never invite Japan or whatever country. I think we like our football. We are really something is traditional. French people, and I don't know, but all European, but French people like it traditional. They don't like all the changes that FIFA is doing. I think FIFA is very corrupt.
Oh, for sure.
And they just want money, so they can do. For example, no one was for the World Cup in Qatar in December. That was so strange for us.
Stupid.
Because for us in Europe, it's so I don't know here because it's here it's in the night, or I don't know in the day. No, in the day the games, but in France it's like at the end of the day, and we usually it's in summer, so it's so nice. You just finish work, you go to the bar with everyone. When it's a French game, every French people are there. Everyone is supporting. You drink apéro, and then you go to you party. Like it's such everyone is following it, and it's kind of a feeling I cannot describe. But when we see that the World Cup is in December, it's cold in France in December. It's not as fun. You're not outside in the bar in the sun. It's not very cool.
Oh, dude, I had to get up at 5 a.m. to watch some games because I would want to, watch Japan, Costa Rica, or something like that. I will say though, I think you feel that way because you're European, and you guys have a longer history than we do. We being literally everybody else. I mean, pretty much.
Yeah.
And so you guys have the luxury of having the best club football, the best infrastructure, the best stadiums, the best tenured tournaments, pedigreed competitions in your backyard.
Yeah.
We don't have that here.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah.
Africa certainly doesn't have it. I mean, African domestic football has almost died several times over the past couple decades. And Asia doesn't have it either. I mean, Japan didn't even have a fucking league until like 1991.
It's crazy.
So for Europe, you guys already have the infrastructure and the systems in place to not need to rely on anybody else to be good. But the rest of the world, they're trying to catch up to Europe.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's why I'm okay with
invited
teams. Nobody should ever be invited to the Euro, ever.
Yeah.
But I think the Copa America, maybe not the Asian Cup because there's so many teams there too, but I think there's an advantage.
I kind of disagree for the Copa America because football in Brazil, in Argentina, in Colombia, it's like so important in the culture. In all South America, football is the most important thing in the culture in every country. And I have the feeling that they have historical too. They always play football. And so I have the feeling that now they don't need to invite people to make people follow Copa America. That's more for the money. I understand it for the US because it's very different. It's not something that is natural here. So you have to make advertisement for it, and obviously that make money for American that always think about that. But for South America, I think they don't need to invite people. They just want money. They do that for money. Mm-hmm. But except money, they have famous players come from there. A lot of good players. Their teams are very good in the World Cup.
I mean, the current World Cup champion, yeah.
Yeah, if you look at Uruguay, if you look at Colombia, if you look at Chile, all these teams are very good. Like even Ecuador, they played well. I think they don't need that to be good.
From a footballing talent level, I agree with you. Monetarily, I think they do need it because CONMEBOL is not a super wealthy region.
Yeah, I know.
And I think there's probably a small benefit, I'll admit it's very small, to inviting a team with a completely different play style than what you're used to. Because these South American teams play each other constantly because there's only 10 of them.
Yeah.
Yes, France has been playing England for a long time, but how often does France get drawn into the same qualifier as England? It never happens because you're both pot one teams, so you never play each other. Yeah. But in CONMEBOL, there's 10. There's 10 of y'all, so you're going to play Brazil minimum twice per cycle, no matter what.
Yeah, that's
So I think inviting a team like Japan that has a very almost European play style to the Copa America, I think it does benefit. Maybe it doesn't benefit Brazil because Brazil are already so good. But at Chile, Colombia, I think they do get a little bit out of.
I see the benefit, but imagine Japan winning Copa America.
Do you have any idea how excited I would be if Japan won the Copa America?
For you, maybe.
Oh, I would be. Oh my God!
Imagine.
I get the Japan flag tattooed on my neck right here. Are you serious?
Imagine you're Argentinian or Brazilian.
What a wake up call!
Huh?
What a wake up call! Wouldn't that say like,
right.
damn?
Yeah.
We suck.
Yeah, but I would be so mad. I was like, who invited them? Like they just come, win something that is not in their cup. I understand that they won't like it.
Yeah. Oh, they'd be furious. The only competition I see that happening in is the Gold Cup, where an invitee wins.
Yeah.
Like they invited Brazil twice. They made it to the final both times. Lost both finals.
Brazil.
I don't think
they
it
lost
was
against who? They put the B team.
United States once, maybe Mexico once. I think it was a rotated squad. Yeah, it was not the full strength team.
Yeah, because I never heard of
Colombia, I think, made a final. Gold Cup final. Canada beat them, I want to say, in 2000. So it was 20 years ago.
Okay.
It doesn't happen very often, but
yeah,
like in Copa America, for example, I think the only guest nation to make a final is Mexico.
Okay.
Japan, they've been invited twice. I don't even think they've made it out of the group. Jamaica's been invited. They've never even won a game.
Yeah.
Costa Rica have been invited. Maybe they've won one game.
Yeah.
United States made the semifinals in the Centenario when it was in the United States. So I think that's almost cheating.
Did they, because this year the Copa America in the United States or next year?
2024, yeah.
Will United States play?
Yeah.
Okay, they will play the Copa America.
Oh, U.S., Mexico, Canada are all playing.
Oh, okay.
And then I think there are 3 other spots for CONCACAF teams that they have to qualify.
Okay.
So it'll probably be Panama, Jamaica,
Yeah.
Costa Rica, maybe.
Okay,
Yeah.
I see.
Maybe a Guatemala, but that's...
Yeah.
So it's going to be 4 groups of 4 for the Copa America. They're going to add 6 guest teams on top of the 10 South American teams.
Okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think it's kind of interesting because, okay, it's still all America. I have the feeling that if Asian people playing there, it's not the same thing. I mean, I would be mad if some other team from Africa, Oceania, or Asia just win. I would be very mad, you know. I would like, bro, it's not your cup. What are you doing? Not your tournament.
Mm-hmm.
But I understand if all America is playing, it's America. Okay.
Yeah. I guess I just see it from the Asian perspective of like I said, they're so regionally isolated.
Yeah.
They don't get to play a lot of good games. So whenever Japan would go to the Copa America, I was super excited because I'm
I see.
One, I get to watch Japan, which is really difficult to do in the United States. You got to wake up at 5 in the morning.
Yeah.
It's not on TV. It's not on any streaming platform. I have to find like an illegal back end way to watch the game, or I have to watch a replay. So just them being in the Copa America, the exposure that gives to Asian football.
No, that's right.
Like, you know,
I never watch Japan except in World Cups.
Yeah, like, nobody does except Japanese people and me.
Yeah.
So in that respect, I really enjoy it.